Left 4 Dead can be a pretty terrifying game if you've never played it before, and I have never played it before. So I grabbed my dog and ran to the local game exchange, just so we could attempt one of the hardest achievements in Left 4 Dead. What are you trying to prove? This achievement requires you to beat all 4 campaigns on expert difficulty.
Oh, come on!
And while most people would go in with a team to attempt this challenge, I chose not to, mainly because I played Call of Duty Zombies, and how different could they really be, right? In this attempt, we will be assisted by none other than the artificial intelligence the game provides, minus the intelligent part, but we'll get to that later. In the first of 5 chapters, you begin in the apartments of an abandoned city, and the goal is pretty simple: make it to the city's hospital and be evacuated by chopper. Knowing this, I really didn't think this game would be very scary or challenging at all. That is until we came across the first of 5 special infected this game has to offer, the Boomer.
We literally got... Oh no, here we go.
Getting puked on by this guy draws a massive zombie horde in your direction. Oh yeah, and it also blinds you. The boomers are pretty bad, but as you'll see momentarily, the other special infected are much worse. After taking care of the boomer, we made it to the first safe room with all teammates mostly alive in a timely fashion.
Let's go, baby. 7 minutes? That's gotta be a record.
But finishing these chapters in record time would actually stop there. The next chapter started out completely different from the first. We took out the initial horde only to be attacked by a boomer who soaked us more than a family at a Shamu show. But it really wasn't the infected horde or the boomer that took us out initially. It was the daggum hunter and our teammates leaving us to be ripped alive piece by piece, not just once, but twice.
Dude, again with the daggum hunter, bro.
If you are unaware, these creatures wait for your most unprepared moments to pounce like a lion on a wounded gazelle. After finally being revived the second time, we moved further on into the subway station, which actually went rather quickly up until this moment here. At this portion, the objective is to hold out against the horde until this door opens completely, which doesn't sound too bad, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In the first attempt, all 3 idiots, AI, go down simultaneously, and as I attempt to rescue them, I was grappled by our 3rd special infected, the smoker. Bro. These guys not only sound like they're smoking 6 packs a day, but they also use their incredibly long tongue to strangle you. The second attempt was going really well. That is until we were attacked by a boomer and died again. I felt pretty confident though in our 3rd attempt and was relieved that we really hadn't seen any super special infected to this point. But that was all about to change as we met the tank.
This is the toughest part. Oh my gosh, you've got to be joking, bro. Ha! Heat-seeking rocks, bro. What?
If it wasn't obvious, tanks are super strong infected that can beat you down or throw heat-seeking rocks. Shockingly enough, we took out the tank and made it past the generator room, and we're nearing the safe room as the AI were attacked by a boomer, which gave us a difficult choice to make.
Where's my team, bro? Oh my gosh. This might just work out to our benefit. Literally might work out to our benefit. That might have just saved us, bro. Sorry. Francis, I hope you make it. Lewis, I hope you make it.
Lewis and Francis, in fact, did not make it, but you can't continue in the campaign until the AI die from bleeding out. So we had to wait a little bit.
5 minutes later.
Let's go!
I really thought that I could be the guy that ran in, guns blazing, risking my life to save everyone that was captured, but I quickly found out that was not the case, as the AI teammates were the perfect distraction and the roads to the safe room were wide open. I also had no idea there was a witch on my left as I was walking there. I told you guys I never played this game before. If you startle a witch on this difficulty, you just die immediately. Something I had to check later on in the game.
Nope!
Yeah, it's legit. Anyways, after sacrificing everyone's life to save my own in the second chapter, we were finally on to the 3rd, attempting to move underground in the sewers of the city. I truly hope that the AI companions would forgive us for our difficult yet necessary decisions that had taken place moments earlier.
Hope we can put all that behind us this round and move forward, right? I hope. Please.
But that would soon prove to be incorrect. After leaving the safe room, we would need to operate this lift to get to the next area, which would also draw a horde to us. Even further, this horde actually doesn't stop spawning until you reach the next portion of the level. Our first attempt started out to be rather hopeful. That is until my team showed their true colors and their grudges against me came out in the exact way I imagined.
No, not me, bro. Okay, I get... Oh my gosh, bro. Okay, I'm convinced that they did that on purpose. They just let me die because of because of everything that happened, you know?
After my teammates allowed me to die, I assumed that bygones were bygones, whatever that means. But we finally made it past the lift and into the sewers, and we're nearing the safe room for the first time in this chapter. As we were climbing up the ladder that would lead us out of the sewers and into the safe room, Lewis was attacked by a smoker. So being the bright and intelligent AI that they are, they went to save Lewis. The only issue was when I was merely steps before safety, there was a surprise waiting for me in front of the safe room.
Oh my gosh, no! You've got to be joking. Guys, please get up here. Please get up here. Please get up here. They're going to get up here one at a time and die. Dude, Lewis, what are you doing, man?
What I didn't realize is that this would be the closest I would come to completing this chapter for the next hour and a half. After this point, I was consistently being sabotaged by my teammates at the lift portion or dying due to lack of skill in the sewers just before making it above ground. After a short mental break to regain my sanity, we finally had a breakthrough, made it through the lift portion, out of the sewers, and into the safe room with my life completely intact, but no one else's, due to obvious reasons.
Get inside, get inside, get inside! Oh yeah! Okay. Yep, sorry. This time everybody's gone.
After making it to the hospital, it was pretty much a breeze to get to the last safe room before our first finale. Sure, we had to take out a tank before the elevator holdout, but when you're not really concerned about saving teammates, the tanks are a lot easier to deal with. Upon completing the elevator holdout, we then took it to the construction area near the top of the hospital. After getting off the elevator, we slowly walked around the area while taking out a smoker and a boomer before arriving at the final safe room.
Oh my gosh. Get in here.
I'm here.
Get in here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, baby. First try? Oh my gosh.
We must be getting better. Oh yeah. But as we all know by now, this was not the case. Pride does indeed come before a fall, my friends. Upon finally arriving at the last chapter of this campaign, I was completely unaware what was about to take place for the next 4 hours. The goal of all the finale portions of this game are basically the same. Survive through 2 long waves of regular infected zombies as well as 2 tank waves in between. After this is complete, there will be 1 more horde attacking you as you run to safety. For the first hour, we tried to hold out on top of the radio building and use the minigun to our advantage. Unfortunately, we were either completely overrun in a matter of moments or died to a smoker strangling us while our AI buddies watched. So after a quick run to the Google search bar, we found something interesting. Apparently, these infected have a very difficult time opening up doors. Even further, you can also shoot a hole through the door while it's still shut, leaving just enough room for you to shoot the infected before they get too close. I thought for certain this would be the best place to hold out before the chopper rescued us, and I was right, but it took another 2 hours for us to get a chance to even attempt it. And the results? Well, just watch.
Okay. No!
After this happened, I really wanted to do this.
I just punched a hole in my wall!
Fortunately for you guys, I prayed that day, and I spent the next hour trying again, and again, and again. After continuously dying for another 2 hours, we had 1 more chance to make it to the chopper. This time with a pipe bomb in hand and Zoe to leave his bait, things turned out a lot better, but not without a slight scare.
No way, bro. Oh my god!
I can suck it, baby! Yes! Yes!
After a whopping 6 hours, we beat the first campaign and we're finally moving on to the second. Even with the confidence of completing one campaign so far, I was pretty intimidated to start the next one. But campaign 2 actually started out pretty smooth. Most areas are open and there was plenty of distance between me and the infected, although this would soon change once we made it past the down bridge moments later. My team not only caused a massive horde to spawn on us just before the safe room, but one of them also decided to test if he was fireproof. Can confirm, fire does kill AI. If that were not enough, the other two left me to fend for myself while I was spewed on by a boomer and attacked by a smoker at the same time.
No way. How, bro? I'm freaking dead. Thanks, guys.
Thankfully, this time they did do something slightly intelligent, and I was able to be revived and made it to the first safe room quickly after. In Chapter 2, you must work your way through an underground drainage system, and it started out pretty easy. That is until I was quickly taken out by a tank at the floodgate portion. But to my surprise, the AI did something remarkable once again.
Oh, I'm dead! Somebody get him. Dude, they just left me, bro. I can't help you over there. Come on, Francis. Francis!
Not only did they revive me, but they somehow were able to take out the tank without even dying. After this, we closed the floodgates and held out in a pretty overpowered spot to take out the infected from a distance. We felt pretty good so far, and somehow the game must have known that, because just as I was getting comfortable, this happened.
Lewis is struggling. He's gonna be addicted by the time. Oh my gosh! Ah! I'm calm.
Nothing like a good zombie jump scare to keep you on your toes. After being traumatized by another smoker and sneaking around a witch moments later, we made it to the safe room and prepared for the next chapter.
Gosh. Nice! Nice! Dude, we are cruising right now. Cruising.
You thought I would have checked my ego by now, but that was not the case. Don't worry, shortly after Chapter 2, Chapter 3 did it for me. Literally our first attempt coming out of the safe room, we were greeted by a tank that Lewis actually just watched beat me to death. After the first death, it began a long hour-and-a-half trend of continuous deaths to make it to the safe house. Sometimes I made it to the graveyard and a tank was waiting for me with a heat-seeking missile to throw. And other times I was attacked by a witch that I was actually able to single-handedly kill, only to die to a hunter seconds later. That is until this last run. We finally made it to the church and needed to hold out one last time as a team in order to make it into the safe room. But as everyone knows by this point, the AI aren't very good team players, so we accidentally forced them to be.
Dude, I'm literally shooting everybody on accident, bro.
I think the hardest part about leaving them outside was actually hearing them call for help. But after waiting a long time for everyone to bleed out, we were finally able to begin Chapter 4. This part of the chapter is pretty simple. The hardest part is actually just the forklift section. But on our first attempt, we made it past this portion and we're nearing the safe room. There was just one problem. The AI crew must not have liked the fact that I left them to die for the second time while fighting a massive horde. So they chose to betray me the first chance they got, and with impeccable timing, I might add.
No, not me. Oh my god, bro. They're literally watching it happen.
I'm just saying, these guys need to talk to Jesus because there's some serious resentment here, man. The next attempt was almost worse, as we came face to face with a witch and felt pretty confident in our abilities to take her out. Because, well, we had a minigun. That went about as well as you'd expect.
Nope!
Let's go.
If you were wondering, that doesn't work, so.
But after finally passing through this area, we had one more opportunity to reach the safe room. Upon Francis going to see Jesus and Lewis and Zoe fighting the witch, I saw the opportunity and took advantage.
Oh my gosh! It's right there! Oh! Let's go, baby!
The finale in this campaign requires you to move through the town, past the wooded area, and finally hold out until the boat arrives for rescue. But before we even began our first attempt, I noticed something written on the walls I had to read twice.
We have sown the seeds of sin. This is our punishment.
Yeah, I don't see zombie apocalypse in here. Once we made it to the docks, I chose to do a little recon and research before attempting this finale. The best holdout point for this finale was obviously the docks themselves. You get picked up by the boat right here. It gives you just enough distance between yourself and all the special infected. We used the gas cans at the end of the dock for the regular infected, and they were extremely useful. After 1 hour, we only had one more tank to defeat before the boat arrived. And that's when the worst possible thing that could have happened.
No! No way, bro! Oh my gosh, no way!
Surprisingly, this is not what I'm talking about. It's actually what happened after that.
Save me. Come on, Francis. Francis!
That's the boat. Time to bug out.
Oh my gosh, let's go.
Hi.
No! No way! No way, bro. You're gonna rip me alive and oh my gosh, what? It's right there.
I'm ready. You
It's
ready?
right there.
Bro. After this monstrosity of a death happened, I had to take a 15-minute break for the safety of my own gaming systems and the walls inside my house. It then took another 45 minutes until we even got close to the boat again, but this time I knew I had to keep everyone alive just long enough to bait them for my own escape. Unfortunately, Zoe fell just before the second tank, but we did still have Lewis and Francis to work with. Luckily for us, the tank tried to climb through a window that was clearly too small for him, but this gave us the best opportunity to unload clip after clip until he was finally brought to his knees. All we had to do now was survive long enough for the boat to arrive. With a perfectly timed Molotov, we were home free, boarded the boat, and were halfway through the achievement I came all this way for.
Oh my gosh. Boys, I need you. I need you here. Come on. If they die, they die at this point, guys. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do.
With Campaign 2 taking us nearly 5 hours to complete, I was completely prepared for Campaign 3 to be even longer. But that wasn't the case. Dead Air may have been my favorite campaign for literally one reason. It was by far the easiest to beat. But don't get me wrong, there were plenty of annoying moments. Oh, what the? The initial chapter begins as the team starts at a greenhouse, which really wasn't anything to write home about. We fought off some basic infected and actually made it to the safe room with everyone alive for the first time in a while. So the team morale was actually pretty good going into chapter 2. And the game must have known that, because just after barely making it past the crane holdout, it decided to randomly spawn a tank just before crossing to the office building.
We did it.
Hello there.
Oh, what the? What kind of spawn is that, bro? What kind of spawn is that, bro?
I'll save you the trouble of watching what happened, because after a few minutes of running around, he killed us with one swipe of his hand. I really have no idea how that spawn was even possible in this game, but after dying to the tank, the next attempt was much easier. We made it past the crane, almost fell off the building, and finally into the office, only to be greeted by yet another tank. But this time, we were ready. You see, with the amount of muscle this infected has, it was incredibly difficult for him to run past the small cubicles in the office building. Naturally, we used this to our advantage and finally were able to take him down near the stairwell, with minimal casualties. I guess brains are better than bronze. Stay in school, kids. After passing through this area, it was basically a breeze to get to the safe room, and we were finally on to chapter 3. This chapter wouldn't just prove to be difficult, but really just incredibly annoying, as there were always things getting in our way, and when I say things, I mean the AI. At the beginning of this chapter, you're supposed to blow up a barricade and then defend yourself from the oncoming horde. But what we found is that the AI are guaranteed to die at the worst possible moments, leaving you completely alone.
Oh my gosh, bro, what is that?
But that's not all. On the occasion they didn't die, they would wander around the map while you're suffocated by a smoker. But somehow we finally were able to make it past this portion, through another horde, and into the airport parking lot. But I had no idea what was waiting for me merely moments later. As we were approaching the safe room, I decided to move ahead of the team to clear the way, and not at all trying to leave my teammates behind as I ran to safety. What I didn't realize while I was doing the Lord's work and paving the way for my team is that there was a tank waiting for us in the parking lot, and our health bar was not looking promising. So we did what anyone might do. We ran back to our trusty AI just to find a massive horde was waiting for us there as well. You see, in baseball, we call this a pickle. But unlike baseball, there was no possible way out of this one.
Yeah, it's over, bro. Dang it, bro. tank was coming anyways.
With our trusty AI failing us once more, I decided to use them for my benefit whether they liked it or not the next time. So that's exactly what we did. As we made our way to the airport parking lot once again, everything was going pretty smooth. We did lose Zoe to the horde unfortunately, but we were moving into the parking garage preparing for the tank. But he was nowhere to be found. Yet. The game decided to give us a tank right outside the door of the safe room, so we had to plan quickly using the only tools that we had, our surviving teammates.
You freaking sorry sack, bro.
What is that, bro?
I'm gonna get in there, and these guys are gonna suffer. First thing is, I gotta do this. I heal up, I use them as bait, and I get inside. That's all we gotta do. Literally all we gotta do. See? First part's already worked. Oh my gosh, 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 it worked perfectly. Oh gosh, no, 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 no. Oh my god.
Surprisingly enough, our spontaneous plan actually worked, and we were finally on to Chapter 4. Moving through the airport was actually really easy. We perfectly placed some gas cans that allowed us to pass through a horde almost completely undisturbed. We then made our way through everyone's favorite part of the airport, the baggage claim. Which, by the way, it makes absolute sense why someone's bag would get lost. I mean, look at the system they have. Following this, we took out a tank which was also incredibly easy. But there was one thing that nearly ruined our first attempt on this chapter, and I hate to say it, but it was my own stupidity. Now, you guys know I've not played this game before, and this was legitimately my first attempt, but when I say I had no idea where the safe room was, I mean I had no idea where the safe room was. Because as I was busy looking for pills or equipment to increase our chances of survival, it was completely unknown to me that I was standing right next to it.
Dude, literally. Oh my gosh, that's it. I had no idea we were that close.
Tremendous.
After completing Chapter 4, I was roaming around the airstrip looking for the best position to hold out for this finale. That's when we found something.
Bro, is this just like a glitch or something that we just found? Bro, before Jesus, I did not know this.
By pure accident, we found a glitch that would keep the hordes from getting too close to us. Now, I'm sure this is very well known, but I had no idea of its existence. But something just didn't feel right, and if anybody knows me, knows I want to be a man of integrity, so we did what any true gamer would do. We allowed ourselves to die and restarted the mission, and it took forever to complete. I'm joking. This was probably one of the easiest finales to complete, and once we held out in front of the tanker and using the AI at all costs, it finished out pretty smooth. Minus one hiccup.
Please open the daggum door, bro. No way. You have to save me. You have to save me. This can't happen. Not like this, bro.
Not like this. Freaking nerds.
With this finale in the books, we were finally on to the last campaign, Blood Harvest. I had heard that this one was by far the most challenging of all the others. I was feeling a lot of emotions at this point, but more than any other, I was pretty nervous. Although it wasn't the difficulty of the game that made me nervous. And no, it wasn't the thought of failing this challenge in front of my 5 viewers and my mom. What really made me anxious was the AI. After continuously using them for my benefit throughout this entire playthrough, I was prepared to be sabotaged by them in this campaign more than any other. And my friend, they did not disappoint.
No.
I'm convinced that the AIs were actually created as a joke to make it even more agonizing on players attempting this challenge. Chapter 1 was about as smooth as all the other initial chapters in the game so far. We really didn't have any issues. We took out the basic infected, and apparently there's a horde that attacks you on the bridge, but it never spawned. So Chapter 1 was pretty great. Chapter 2, on the other hand, started out pretty similar. That is until we needed to open up the emergency door that would draw a horde to us in the process of moving further ahead. It was also at this point where Francis decided to cash in his one sabotage of our attempt right after I revived him, I might add. Yeah, Francis is pretty twisted. Once we made it past the emergency door, it was pretty easy to get to the safe room afterwards, even with the team allowing us to get attacked by a hunter steps before. Chapter 3 turned out to be a lot easier than Chapter 2. We made our way outside from the underground railway system, which led us to another set of railroad tracks before climbing up a down bridge to the safe room. Although I wish I could say the same for Chapter 4, that, my friend, would be a lie. This chapter was pretty simple, but it was extremely challenging for me. We continued to follow the railway system all the way to a house nearing the safe room. But upon arriving to, and with with probably the most impeccable timing, we got wiped faster than a group of dads playing Call of Duty Warzone on the weekend. The next attempt went a lot smoother. Knowing there was absolutely going to be a tank guarding the passage to safety, like Gandalf the Grey, we chose to rely on the only individuals we could, our incredibly useless AI. But something happened as the game suggests, and I left them all to die. As I ran to safety, the tank followed close behind me, but as he was unable to get through the door, we were still able to shoot him through it. This allowed all the AI to make it into the safe room alive for the first time since the beginning of the game. So, ironically, leaving them behind actually saved them. But all jokes aside, completing this mission finally led us to the very last finale, and the achievement we've been grinding for was nearly ours. The barn was not only one of the creepiest finales to take on, but it was also one of the more difficult finales to find a position to defend yourself. That being said, we decided to take advantage of the time we had to strategize just before calling our rescue vehicle. The first attempt, we tried to hold out downstairs, which I honestly have no idea why I even tried this. I'm gonna blame the long nights and too much caffeine. The second attempt, we learned from our mistakes and knew for certain that the upstairs bedroom would be a much better fit for us. But in that second attempt, we tragically died to a tank in his incredible reach.
Swing on this guy.
I can't carry you back up.
Save him enough time, save him enough time.
The third attempt, we decided to try the bedroom once again, while occasionally sitting outside on the balcony. Strategically placing gas cans on the staircase, we took out the first horde pretty quickly, and even the first tank as well. But after the second horde, we were all pretty banged up, and I was left with 12 health going into the last tank round. Anyone else in this situation might have just called it and restarted the run like normal. But as you know, I'm a man of faith, hope, and love, and regardless if I died trying, I wanted to give it all I had with this attempt. So with nothing left but a medkit that Zoe would so selfishly use to give to Lewis, cashing in her and Lewis's sabotage attempt, I prepared for the absolute worst.
I mean, I can't even run fast enough, bro, to get away. I need some pills. Nothing. Yeah, it's done. I mean, like, I literally can't even do anything.
As we started the last tank round, all three of my selfish partners died in one fell swoop of the tank's enormous hand. But then something happened. As I was limping for my life, I saw something in the barn from a distance. It was a single bottle of pills. Absolutely flabbergasted, I slammed those pills like a college student slams Red Bull for midnight finals. We climbed up the ladder and waited for the tank's imminent approach with just enough health to make a run if necessary.
Yeah. Throw it at the wall. Oh my, okay, that was really close. No way, dude.
After successfully taking out the tank, the job wasn't done. We still had to get inside the rescue vehicle while being attacked by incoming infected. With this being our third attempt, I was sweating more than an Oklahoman does on 4th of July. And I started to think to myself, could this be the one? Maybe I really won't let down my 5 viewers after all. But as the rescue vehicle was approaching, I noticed something. It wasn't stopping.
No way we beat it. Dude, stop it. Stop! Please, for the love of God, stop. Oh my God. Dude, I'm in. Get me in.
Oh my God, bro. What? What? Give it to me. I'm lost in the game.
Although I never played this game before, I had a blast completing this challenge, even if it was a bit terrifying. If you enjoyed watching my pain in this video, you'll love this one where I completed every single achievement in Call of Duty 4. It was pretty painful. Until next time, peace.